What's up, Buffalo Fanatics? Josh Allen here. Just wanted to say, go Bills.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Joy back at it again. Friday night. It's been a minute since I've been on Friday nights, but I figured I'd give y'all a little something. I was actually supposed to do a show with another content creator, but plans didn't work out the way we needed it to. So this was an impromptu live. So what's happening, people? I hope you guys are good on this Friday night. Let me turn this down a little bit and welcome those that are new. If you guys are tuned in for the very first time, salute to y'all. Smash that like while you guys are in here. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. This is the Rico Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. What's happening? I hope you guys are great. And I know, man, you guys don't have to be here. It's Friday night. You guys could be doing other things, but you guys are here. For those that are, appreciate it. Much love to you. And we got some things to kind of, we jump into tonight. You feel me? And I mean, obviously the obvious scheduling. Scheduling is it's been great. If you guys haven't been really peeping at the schedule, schedule is favorable, challenging because we got some dogs on this schedule. But the way they've spaced out a couple games, it it kind of aids us a little bit. It doesn't put us as too much of a disadvantage where we're just completely screwed. Y'all throwing the gauntlet at us and kind of not giving us a break a little bit. With especially what when we're down last year. I mean, a lot of folks have been are not shy to they'll go back and say, hey man, we went through a whole bunch of stuff last year. So give us a little break, spread things out a little bit, and see if we can work things out. So the one thing that stands out right off the bat is the Miami game. Miami game was what early in the season, and I mean, you guys saw what it was, man. The Heat was killing everything. You know what I'm saying? It was killing the team, was killing everybody. So they kind of spaced things out. So salute to the league, salute to the schedule creators, because I'll tell you, man, that is not easy because I'm sure they've got a simulator that kind of puts things together, and then you got to kind of go through it. All right, does that make sense? No, that doesn't make any sense. You got to make it for 32 teams. Holy jumping! So salute to them, man. I mean, they made it work. They made it happen. And at the end of the day, that's what really matters at the end of the day. So, welcome once again, folks. Before we get into schedule talk and all that good stuff, fam, Stevie Franchise, what's up, fam? I see you, bro. Uh, do we sweep the AFC East? Are we confident in the additions of what the Bills have done this offseason that we can come in and just take care of the East and call it a day? Are we confident in that? Or are we like, hold on, pump the brakes a little bit? It ain't gonna be that simple. It ain't gonna be that easy because not only have we made some good moves this offseason. I mean, we're limited. We're obviously limited in terms of cash. We're limited in terms of how many picks we had and et cetera, et cetera. Um, we were still able to come out with some decent pieces that would help this team. But did we do enough to give you the confidence in this team that we can go in there and sweep the East and dominate like we've been kind of taking care of business the last few years, right? Last year we had some challenges, or they were kind of pushing us at the end a little bit, but we came in and had and strung some some good games together. We went on a nice streak, but nonetheless, we squeaked some wins out, and we obviously finished with a 13-3 record. Now, could we have improved on a lot of things in the season? Obviously, man, there were a lot of games that we should have took care of business easily, but that's not the way the league works, man. Everybody's studying you. You know what I mean? And it's a regurgitating league, man. So you have one coach that was with this team and brings their philosophy over here, and then now it's over here, and it's just a mumble jumble thing. So like, if you've had experience coaching against someone, and you know their tendencies, obviously in division, things become a lot challenging, a lot more tough to handle. But I think it's going to be fun this year. I think it's going to be really fun. I think I'm actually very excited for this year. Why I'm very excited is because it's a lot more parity. A lot more parity. There's not very many lopsided where you're looking at something and you're like, man, like, why are we even gonna play this game? Can't say that about he, gone are the days you can say that about the Detroit Lions. Man, we're playing Detroit Lions, man. Let's stack that dub. Detroit Lions, the last time I checked, man, they doing it. And the fact of the matter is this: they get the first game, big prime time game of the year. So salute to the freaking Lions, man. I mean, the teams that we used to think that were not so great They're doing all right. I mean, look at the Washington Commanders. I'm not saying like they're amazing, but like they were making some moves and some pushing at the end to try to squeeze in and make some things happen in that NFC East. I mean, the Panthers, I'm saying Steve Wilkes being their coach, you would put him pretty much put him out the pasture, man. Bring him out back and pop, you're done. But those boys fought for their coach. They fought, and you know what I'm saying. Put some wins together, thinking that you lose Christian McCaffrey, you think it's all done. It's a wrap, man. And the Panthers really fought. They fought as heck. Now, can I say the same thing about the Cardinals? The Cardinals, eh, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be because they're. I mean, obviously, Kyler Murray is going to be coming back from injury, but they still got D Hop. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood Brown, you know what I'm saying, made his way out there. So, you know what I mean? Like, they got the Buddha Baker still out there. So, I mean, they got some pieces out there, but like, not what they used to be, man. The last couple of years, they started off hot and then just went cold. And then last year was just not good. You know what I'm saying? So, there are some teams, but for the most part, teams that used to be buns have really come along. They've really come a long way. My man James is like, yo, the Lions are my second team. That's my second team. That's my number two team. I mean, I don't know if I can have a number two team. I used to when I was younger, when I was like, I like this team, I like that team. I used to, I mean, when I grew up, I was like, I was Bills all day. Like we had a rule, my cousin and I, when we played Madden, because there's so many, we would call teams that are ours. We had three teams on top of ours that would say that's ours. So if you want a player on that team, you can't grab them. So you can go all around the league. I don't know how we came up with this rule, but the rule was the rule. Is Bills are mine. You can't go and try to poach anybody off that team. And the other teams that I had were the Raiders. I had the Steelers, and I can't remember who the other team I think most of them were AFC. The Raiders and Steelers for sure. I was like, you can't touch anybody on the Raiders. You can't touch anybody on the Steelers. Done. How and why we came up with such a ridiculous rule? I think we were like 10, 11, something silly. Anyway, but yeah, having two teams. I mean, hey, your prerogative, man. But I don't know if I could, you know what I mean, invest all the love I have for one squad and try to take a little bit and spread it out to another team. I don't know if I can do it. I do not know if I can do it. But this show, folks, I mean, it's not going to be a super long show, but I always say this and then we end up going forever. But we're gonna go through each game and we're gonna see where we have the strengths to try to take this game, the additions of this team, and the matchup. Will we match up well against his team? And we'll go through the whole schedule, and we'll see how many games that we can come out and win. All right. And right now, Vegas is the over under is 10.5 wins for the Bills. They got Kansas City Chiefs at 11.5 wins. So I found that extremely interesting that they had that popping off. But yeah, man, that's they got us at over under 10.5 wins. How do you guys feel about that? Is 10.5 wins too low? Is that disrespectful, or is that appropriate? Is that appropriate? I mean, we got 13 wins last year, um, and we had some games where it was tight. There were some games that they were tight. Don't get me wrong. We had some challenges. We definitely had some challenges. That Ravens game was no cakewalk. I mean, if not for Jordan Poyer stealing that game at the end, no, that defense came through for us, right? So it's a crapshoot sometimes. But yeah, man, Vegas says, you know what, 10.5 wins. I say 11 wins for the Bills. That's what we're looking at. And they're saying the Chiefs, I'll give you guys maybe 12. 12 wins might be for you guys. So and the Chiefs would finish with 14 wins. So very interesting nonetheless. Very interesting nonetheless. But I don't mind that. 10.5 wins, especially with the AFC, the way the AFC is just loaded. I mean, I was just talking to a homie of mine yesterday, and we were talking about the quarterbacks in the NFC. And I was like, who do y'all have in the NFC? He goes, Dak, Jalen Hurts, maybe Jared Goff, if you want to add Kirk Cousins, but I ain't ready to add Kirk Cousins. And then you go through it. I mean, Geno Smith, if you will. Derek Carr made it out there. So, and then maybe Matt Stafford. And I went down the list there. But really, if you think about it, there's like three quarterbacks that you'd be like, all right, cool. And then Kyler Murray, but I mean, Kyler Murray's hurt. But if you look at the AFC, like we got at least 2 in the AFC East alone. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Baltimore, Cincy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna put Pittsburgh in there right now, but you got Cleveland, Deshaun. You got Houston with their rookie quarterback. Indianapolis with the rookie quarterback. I mean, I'm not saying that they're gonna do anything, but I'm just saying like there's some names out there, man. Top top ranked quarterbacks that got drafted. And obviously you got Russ, you got Kansas City, you got the Raiders with Jimmy G. So and then you got the Chargers. I mean, there's a boatload of damn quarterbacks in the damn AFC. So it's gonna be fun to see how this all shakes out and how we shake out with the amount of wins that we get. Um, I got a comment coming from C Rose. What's up, C Rose? C Rose says, "I think it's fine, man. We are under the radar, and the team will have a chip on their shoulder." I mean, I hope they have a chip on their shoulder, and I hope that they now that everybody is coming back from certain injuries, and we hit the rehab hard, and we're back to almost 100%. I would love to see that. I would really love to see that. But I mean, we'll just have to let it play out. We'll have to let it play out and see how it plays out and go from there. But I mean, if you look at the win predictions that the league has for everybody, I share that a little bit with you guys. So I'm looking at it right now. So if you look at Arizona, they got Arizona. Excuse me. Let's go to Buffalo first. They got Buffalo at 10.5. All right. So 10.5 is the over under. The Dolphins, they have them at 9.5. They got the Jets at 9.5, and they got New England at 7.5. I think New England is apropos. I think that's about right. 7.5 wins between 7 and 8, maybe a little less, maybe 6 to 7, give or take. But seven is all right. 9.5 for the Jets. You know what I'm saying? That's the question mark. I mean, but you see the additions they've made. They've got themselves a quarterback. I mean, you can see that they're going to be pushing for 10 wins. That's for sure. The Miami Dolphins over under 9, but Mike Clay says, you know what? I got them at 10-7, 10.5. So they're getting about 11 wins, and they got the Bills with 12 wins. So Mike Clay's like, yeah, I got the Bills at 11.5. I give him 11.5. I give him 12 wins. So very interesting nonetheless, man. But when you look at other teams like Cincy, they got Cincy at 11.5. They got Baltimore at 9.5. They got Cleveland Browns at 8.5. So they're not fully trusting the Cleveland Browns just yet. So they have them about 9 wins. Now 9 wins is right on the threshold. So we'll see how that plays out, man. Pittsburgh at 8.5. I mean, they got their second year quarterback. So we'll see how that's a little tough to see, but Tomlin always has his boys ready. You ain't never gonna find a Pittsburgh team not ready to roll, not ready to have their Air Force blacks. You know what I'm saying? The Air Force Ones in black ready to roll because they're on that goon time. You feel me? You go to the AFC South, they got Jacksonville with Sunshine over here at 9.5, Tennessee at 7.5. I can kind of see what's going. I mean, Tennessee's that's another team that's like, I don't know, man. Shout out to my man Ibrahim Hassan. What's up, Ibrahim? I see you, brother. Um, oh yeah, my Lakers are playing tonight. You know what's good. We got to close them out tonight. Need to. Tennessee 7.5. You got the Colts at 6.5, which is appropriate. You got a rookie quarterback that is a project. Nobody, I mean, people are calling him a project, but they see he's raw, but they see some really good potential out of Richardson. So we'll see how that plays out for the Colts here. You got Houston Texans at 5.5. So they don't really quite trust, you know what I'm saying, CJ Stroud and Davis Mills and how that's gonna play out. They're not there's not quite the trust in there. Maybe Gardner Minshew comes in and holds it down in the first year, unless he gets beat. So that will be fun to see how, you know what I'm saying, Shane Steichen deals with the boys up there in Indianapolis. But AFC West, 11.5 for the Chiefs, 9.5 for the Chargers. They got they got Denver Broncos at 8.5, and then they got Vegas at 7.5. Always going to be tough in the West. The West is always going to be tough. I think what we thought the West was going to be last year is what they'll potentially be this year. I don't know what the heck happened to Derek Carr or Jimmy Garoppolo or the whole West, but it wasn't close. So I think this year is when they make it what we were supposed to expect last season. And then you go to the NFC East. Um, Philly at 10.5, and they absolutely loaded up. We might as well call them Georgia Eagles for crying out loud. All them Georgia players on there. So 10.5 for the Georgia. Hey, you got me saying. I'm saying right now, Georgia Eagles. You got Dallas Cowboys at 9.5. They're always gonna be in the thick of things. 8.5 wins for the freaking New York Giants, which we played this year. So that'll be fun. Washington Commanders at 7.5. Um, and I mean, they got a new offensive coordinator, B enemies out there. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing B enemy. I really do want to see what B enemy brings to that table. Sam Howell's gonna be quarterbacking over there. They got some receivers out there. You know how it is. So we'll see. And that defensive front is no joke. So we'll be paying attention to the Commanders now that they're sold. Maybe we're refreshing. We got new owners in there, and maybe it'll change things up. NFC North. What? They got the Detroit Lions taking the NFC North. I did not see that coming. I thought they would kind of have everything pretty much even, but nah, man, they got them at 9.5 wins. The Vikings at 8.5 wins, considering that the Vikings were a 13-win team last year. So they got them at 8.5 wins, but they were like a fraudulent 13 wins. You know that. Even the win against the Bills. Come on now, we gave that to you. The Bears at 7.5, and the Packers at 7.5. I don't think Jordan Love is going to be as bad as people. I mean, I don't want to call him. He's going to be bad, but I don't think Jordan Love is going to be as poor as they're making their record to be. I think he might have these Packers still contending and still up there. But I really like the Lions. I think it's the Lions' turn to take over that division now that I'm saying Aaron Rodgers is gone. Kirk Cousins is just that's Kirk. And then we got Jordan. You got Jordan Love that's going to be taking over. So I I'm looking forward to that. I want to see what's going on over there, man. NFC South 9.5 wins for NFC. That's what the betters are saying. They got them at 9.5 over under. We'll see how that plays out. Uh, Atlanta Falcons. They've loaded up on some. They got some good free agent pieces. They had the money to spend. Eight wins for the Atlanta Falcons. 7.5 for the Panthers, and 6.5. Even with Baker Mayfield, a former first round top 10 pick, they got the Buccaneers at 6.5 wins. They didn't have the respect to give him this man 8. They said, "Nah, fam, you look at that 6.5." So, and if they do as poorly as they think they will be, they might be even worse. But are they that bad? I thought Tampa was okay. I guess we'll find out. And then last but not least, the NFC West, San Fran. They got San Fran at 11.5 wins, so 12-win team, which makes sense. Seattle at 8.5. Have some more respect for Seattle. They got Cardinals at 5.5, which is apropos. That's about right. And then the Los Angeles Rams at 7.5. So, folks, there you have it, man. So the worst team is the Cardinals. They have the Cardinals and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You're nearing the same amount of win totals, 5.5 to 6.5 wins. That is interesting. I find that very interesting. But I see that, man. By the way, shout out to my man Jeff King, and he has a message for everybody. Shout out to Happy Mother's Day to you and mom and your beautiful bride Jenna. I appreciate that. Actually, I was actually supposed to go over to my in-laws this weekend and spend Mother's Day over the weekend, but I was like, nah, man. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, mom. I told her I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I haven't had alone time all week. I do the for those that know, I do the overnight shift, so I get home from the overnight, and we save a little cash on putting the little man in daycare. So I'm daddy daycare. So I do daddy daycare until she comes home, and I spend a little time with the kids, and I go to bed, and that's it. I got no time to just kind of chill out because my man is running all over the place, right? Nap when he naps. No way. Not happening. So, but yeah, man, my time. Go away. It's daddy time right now. Like, let me do my thing. Like, let me just kick my socks up and just let me just chill out. You feel me? So anyway, but happy Mother's Day nonetheless to everybody out there, the new moms, old mamas, mid moms, all the moms out there, and that truly are mothers, not the ones that I'm saying that are causing problems and stress and all that good stuff. I'm saying? Shout out to them all. I'm saying? There's sacrifices that are made that have us where we are today because of Mom Dukes. You know what I'm saying? Every one of us passed through the legs of a nice young woman, and we are here. You know what I'm saying? So show some love to Mom Dukes, and I got to do the same because my mom is in another province. So I got to show some love to her, send her little flowers or something like that. I don't know. You know how it is. But let's get into the schedule, the big time schedule that everybody's talking about and everybody's going nuts. So, folks, we've got 6 prime time games. 6 primetime games, and those primetime games, although I'm thrilled about it, I'm absolutely thrilled about it because I love that everybody's gonna be watching our Bills. But for someone like myself that work overnight shift, right? Or shift 1, if you wanna call it, shift 2, shift 3, however I don't know how people have it around the country or shift 3, I'm sure. Shift 1, midnight to 8, the 11s to 7s, whatever the case is, it's killer. Because now you have to make a decision on how many days you're gonna have to take off. Bam, it's killing me. I love it, but it's killing me at the same time, man. You're killing me, Petey. Yeah, man, it's killing me, bro. So now I gotta go to the hey, listen, man. You know what it is, man. I'm a Bills fan. You're a Bills fan too, because my manager is also a Bills fan. Not a hardcore, but he's a Bills fan nonetheless. So he knows what's up. So when I come and say, hey man, bang, 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 this day, this day, this day, this is what's going down. So you better get used to it and recognize that this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, man. So 6 primetime games, love every bit of it. All eyes will be on the Bills. Pressure's gonna be on, but it's not like we don't deal with pressure well, because we do. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the scrutiny that the Bills, you know what I'm saying, were taking on was, yeah, you guys are great at blowing these teams out, but when the pressure's on and the scores are close, y'all don't know how to close it out. Well, the one thing that we can say is that there were multiple games that were my close and right to the end. And we put some W's on the column because of that. I mean, the Detroit game is a prime example. Detroit game is a prime example of that, right? But then you have games that, like the Vikings, that we just fall short. We fall short because we make mental mistakes and we just screw things up. But nonetheless, man, like we have an opportunity to double back, double up, and clean the mistakes that we've done in the past. So that way, these games that shouldn't be close aren't close. But when you have those division games, it's different. So without further ado, let's jump into each game um, that we are going to be facing this year, and it starts off. It starts off. Let me just move my banners here. It starts off with the lovely. It's the New York Jets, man. Prime time New York Jets. So, how do we feel about this game? All eyes are going to be on us. All eyes are going to be on the Bills. All eyes are going to be on Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be out there. Everybody's going to be healthy. It's week 1. There are going to be no excuses as to, oh, this guy was missing and you didn't have this person. Oh no, no, it's week 1. Everybody's healthy. There's no weather issues. It's not freezing outside. Is You're ready to go. And the thing is, we're playing in New Jersey. I don't want to call them New York. We're playing in New Jersey. So we're on the road. And there's a sense of being a little more focused when you're on the road, right? No distractions, get business taken care of, and let's go. You know what I'm saying? We went on the road to LA and we came out there and waxed the LA Rams, right? But for me, I'll speak for myself. I felt that we were going to wax the LA Rams because I felt that if we faced them the year prior, if we handled what we were supposed to do, if we faced that team, I think we would have been clear cut winner. So when we came in week 1 against the LA Rams and we just handled business, I thought it was normal. I was like, yeah, man, that's exactly what I expected, to handle them accordingly. So that being said, I got a super chat coming in from my man Jason Miller. What's up, Jason? Jason said your schedule is favorable considering no back-to-back road games. Well, yes, that's right. No back-to-back road games minus the travel after London. That was the big one. I was like, okay, how are they going to play us come back from London, right? Now, the one thing I do notice is that we go out to LA. I think we're at LA and how they played that out. But we're gonna discuss that all. But extra rest for Cincy and KC, and that's the big one. Those are the 2 big ones, right? And you got to handle business. You got to. When they give you that extra rest for that, there are no more excuses, man. We got to handle that business. And then you're going to face one of them, if not both, in the coming playoffs, depending if we finish number 1 seed. You might face 1 or 2 of them. So you gotta make sure you handle your business in the regular season. And the goal always is to get the number 1 seed. That is always the goal. It's never going to stop. That's always going to be the goal. There's no question about it. Shout out to my man Jason for that super chat. I appreciate you, my G. So let's go, man. The Jets. Here we go. Now, here's the deal with the Jets. So right now, the sports book very early have the Bills with the advantage of winning, but it's so tight. They have the Bills at -1. So they're giving the edge to the Bills at -1. They're saying an over under points is 47. That sounds about right. You know what I'm saying? Just under 50 points. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking at like a 22, you're saying 22-24 type game, 24-20 type game. You know what I mean? So it's something like that. So it could be a close 7-point game within 7 points. I can totally see something like that happening because they played us hard every time, especially last year. So that game alone, do you guys see a W or do you guys see an L? Now, before we get into your W's and L's, let's look at the factors here. Some of the additions that the Bills have made, some of the additions that the New York Jets have made. So let's start with the Bills. I mean, you know what we've done. We brought in Mr. Dalton Kincaid, tight end out of Utah. And whether you want to call him my tight end, whether you want to call him, he's just a big receiver, whatever you guys want to label him, he gets the job done. He gets the job done, and he's going to make sure that we we are favorable in our matchups. Right? We find the matchups, we find the issues, and we exploit them. That's what we've got to do. We've got to try to exploit them. So to me, when I look at the addition of Kincaid alone, that that almost changes the way the offense is going to function. It changes the way the offense that people are going to defend this offense. So how do you double team Stephon Diggs and roll a safety over or roll a linebacker over and try to bracket him or however you guys want to disguise your defense and let my man roam free. And it's not like we have some scrubs on this team. They're not superstar names, but they're not scrubs. And you put them in the right environment, with the right quarterback, with the right, I'm saying in the right system, we can make some things happen. I mean, a guy like Isaiah McKenzie, if we found the upgrade to Isaiah McKenzie, big things can happen. And it's not like Isaiah McKenzie had a horrible year. It's just that we wanted more, and maybe we get more in Deontay Hardy, but we'll see. We'll soon find out. But Kincaid really opens this offense up to the other. And don't forget, we have, saying, Dawson Knox on top of that. So we have some wiggle room and some movement to really challenge some teams. So Kincaid being added to the squad, we're going to go to the offensive line where we bring in McGovern. McGovern is going to be headed to on the line. And one thing that our GM Brandon Bean said today, he's like, guys, the one thing about this team and the way, I mean, I'm paraphrasing here, the way we do things here is when we get you, getting you is the one thing. What you do after, that's when we're going to find out what we got. You know what I'm saying? The hard part is us getting you. Once we get you, man, everybody has to compete. So whether we drafted Torrance, you know what I'm saying, Osiris Torrance, but Ryan Bates is on the squad, or McGovern's on the squad, or David Andrews on the squad, everyone's got to compete. Just because I draft you in the second, or just because I brought you in from free agency, I gave you X amount of dollars, doesn't mean you're going to have a starting spot. You're going to have to compete, and the best man wins. And that's the type of language I want to hear from my GM. But we also know that there's politics. You know what I'm saying? Politicians always tell you what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? What I want to hear is that there's going to be competition and the best man's going to win the job. But then there comes a business side of it where we're like, hold on a second. I just drafted this guy second round. What am I going to sit his ass? Man, hold on. I just gave this guy a 3-year freaking contract worth 20 odd million dollars. What am I just going to sit his ass? So those you got to factor those things in as well. So whether he means it, whether it's all true, we'll soon find out. You know what I'm saying? So and look, you know what? Thank you for that because somebody just put it. I just saw the chat, and one of the comments came in. But I mentioned Kincaid being on the squad. I mentioned Diggs being double team. Don't forget we have an up and coming player in Khalil Shakir. That although we saw glimpses of some really good things last year, he did have some drops. He had like a 50% drop. He was like a 50% drop rate, but uh, we we still don't know too much about our guy Khalil Shakir. But we did see some good things that has us encouraged to see. how he will fit in with Kincaid, with Diggs. So big job coming and big job ahead.
Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? This is Pierre the Kingpin, and I wanted to talk to you today about Cigars International, which is the ultimate destination for premium homemade cigars. Known as the industry leader, Cigars International offers the largest selection, unbeatable prices, and a customer service experience that's second to none. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned vet, Cigars International makes enjoying cigars easy, approachable, and fun. Cigars International is the go-to retailer for all things cigars, with the biggest selection of premium homemade cigars available anywhere. Cigars International offers unbeatable deals and discounts, making it easy to stock up on your favorite or try something new without breaking the bank. With fast free shipping and their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that Cigars International stands behind every order. They have good relationship with vendors that helps provide great low prices. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned pro, Cigars International makes it easy to find the right cigar with helpful guides, staff reviews, and expert advice. It's not just about cigars. Cigars International also offers a wide range of accessories and more to elevate your smoking experience. Check out the great deals every day at cigarsinternational.com. That's cigars, CIGARS, international.com. Use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply. Again, use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply.
Dorsey, how does he exploit defense and get these guys, saying in successful positions? That's gonna be on him. So we're all gonna be watching. We all gonna be watching. That's for damn sure. So yeah, the addition of the Bills have made. I mean, a lot of teams have had to add a lot of players, but we didn't necessarily add a whole lot of players. But what I can tell you is that we have a lot of guys coming back. You know what I'm saying? We got Micah Hyde coming back. We got Jordan Poyer returning on a 2-year deal. We've got Trey White returning from pretty much playing half the season last year and getting his wheels, greased up and getting, his appetite back for the game. So this offseason is massive. So the real question is we have all these players coming back, some aged, some coming off of big injuries, some both. Or will they be able to jump back into it and get right into that, back into prime time playing, right? The way that they used to be playing. That is the big question. We have no idea. We want to believe that's going to happen. We want to believe that we're going to jump right back into it, but we'll soon see. Right now, you go to the Jets side of the ball. The Jets, they made some moves themselves. I mean, I think we all know that, right? And Aaron Rodgers is the key component to this team. Aaron Rodgers is making his way over to the New York Jets. Last year had 3,600 yards passing, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. And for his standards, is low. For standards around the league, that's pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? You got a quarterback that gives you 36 touchdown passes, you know what I'm saying, 12 interceptions. That's pretty damn good. And some folks might say, he's regressed. I mean, if you look around what other teams did, you look around what other quarterbacks did, I mean, that's pretty decent if you ask me. I mean, just last year, what did Josh Allen throw for? Josh Allen threw for 4,200 yards, and he had 35 touchdown passes with 14 interceptions. So, uh, although he 3,600 yards, I mean, he surpassed it heavily, but like he had 14 picks on top of that. So, um, listen, new scenario, new team. Who knows what Aaron Rodgers is going to bring? But for those that are saying, and I bring this up because, oh, he's regressed. Oh, he's an old man. I mean, we got to stop with this old man thing because the way the game is played now, these players are playing way longer past maybe the age of, I'm saying 34, 35. Like these guys are going into their 40s, well into their 40s. I mean, Drew Brees was an old man. You know what I'm saying? And now it's to the point where even Matt Ryan, like 38, I think he's like 37, 38. You know what I'm saying? So who knows what's going to happen with Matt Ryan? Because I think he might be a little, I think he's washed. I think he's done. But maybe one team might give him an opportunity, whether it's to start or whether to be a mentor. I don't know if he's ready even to take that role because there's a sense of pride as a player. Like, hold on, I can still play this game. You know what I'm saying? I was just in a shitty ass situation with the Colts, but hey, chose the Colts. You know what I mean? Or they chose you, whatever the case is. But anyway, um, that being said, though, you know what I'm saying? These quarterbacks are playing longer. So to say, oh, he's an old man, don't worry about him. No, 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 no. He can still sling that rock. He can still sling that rock. That's for sure. I got a super chat coming in from Joey Hatch. Joey Hatch says, "Yo, according to Josh Allen, he knows how to beat Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Aaron Rodgers is a very good quarterback. I know he's old, but he still gets the job done. So hopefully, Josh Allen knows what he's talking about." I mean, I don't know if it's all jokes aside. I mean, these guys are buddies on the outside, so maybe that's just the running joke between the two. But I don't play the whole this quarterback's old because these guys can play a lot longer. The way they've changed the rules, you can't do this to that quarterback. You can't do that. You can't hold the DBs the way, hold the receivers the way. Too many things have changed, which prolongs the life of these quarterbacks. So just don't sleep on Aaron Rodgers. But anyway, Aaron Rodgers coming through with the addition of Alan Lazard. You've got the returning Garrett Wilson. They're saying they gotta bolster their line a little bit. I think they made some additions to the old line, and Brees Hall returning. Who knows if he returns to the form that he was when he was in his rookie year? I hope he doesn't. I hope he does, but I hope he doesn't. If you catch what I'm saying. I don't want him hurting us in any way, shape, or form. But that's the AFC East. AFC East is full of guys that can play, and we're the hunted. We are the hunted. They coming for us, and that's to be expected. That is to heavily be expected. So Jets, Bills, at New York. What do you guys got? We got us winning this game, or do you guys have us losing this game? I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I don't think we sweep the AFC East. I think we split with the Jets. I think we split with Miami. I think we take New England. I think it's gonna be a lot of what we saw last year. Question is, this game coming up, is this the one we win or is this the one we lose? That is the question. So I'm gonna ask you guys: do we win this game or do we lose this game? Is this a matter of is this the one that we lose week one and we go on one? I hate. Let me tell you right now, man. I absolutely hate starting on one. There's something about that on one feeling. I just don't like it. I don't like it, man, because that's how those shits pile up, man. Because like you lose, let's just say we lose to the Jets, right? We lose to the Jets, and I think week two. Who is it that we have week two? Week two, we have the Raiders. And I'm not saying the Raiders, oh, the Raiders, the Raiders. I'm just saying things happen. Stupid things happen. All of a sudden, you're in an 0-2 hole. I can't stand it. I want that win. But I don't know if you guys feel the same way about me, man. I want to win the first one. I really do want to win the first one. However, I think they squeak this win from us. I think they take this one. It's their home opener. They're pumped. They're ready to go. And I think they just happen to be just the juice is there. You know what I'm saying? And that stink that we had playing them last year might resonate a little bit into this game. Now, X factor obviously is going to be Kincaid. It's going to be Kincaid. They got Mosley on that team, so that matchup that'll be interesting. But the biggest one is Sauce, man. Where are they going to match Sauce up? Are they going to put Sauce Gardner on Diggs and say, that's your man all day, shut his ass down? Okay, then we're going to depend on our other weapons. This is where Kincaid comes in. This is where the running game comes in if we even decide to go with the run game. So it's a tough one, man. It's week one. We're on the road. Do we like, but we went on the road against LA and we spanked LA. We spanked LA. So, just for the sake, I'm going to say that we start the year off 0-1. And I hope obviously you guys know, I hope I'm wrong. But I'm going to say week 1 at the Jets, we take an L. I put an L there. We take an L. All right. Um, my man Jason Miller says, "Yo, if we win week 1, I think an 8-0 start is unrealistic. Isn't unrealistic. Then it's the grind of the schedule, but late bye will help. 100%. I feel you. And if we start, listen, if we start 1-0, I'm happy for it. Listen, we could definitely go on a run, right? Because we're gonna go through the schedule, but it's not an easy first 6. It's not an easy first 6, but guess what? That's the same shit we said last year. Ooh, those first 6 weeks are tough. And we were mashing things up. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm gonna say we start the week 1, with a loss to the Jets. I think we lose that one, and it's gonna be a close one, but I think we lose that one. And even Vegas is looking at this and saying they got the Bills edged with a -1. So that's just like for me, -1 is split. It could go either way, but you know what? I'm gonna give it to the Bills because the Bills finished with a division win last year, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Give them that win, and let's go. So at the Giants, at the Jets, I think we lose that one. Here we go. Raiders. So the Raiders come home to Buffalo. This is a home opener. There is no questions about it. I don't give a damn if they have Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfro, Josh Jacobs, which I love Josh Jacobs. Jimmy G's throwing rocks all over the place. I said they don't have Darren Waller anymore. So that's a big one. Zaire White is the backup running back out there. Listen, man, I don't care who you got. I'm taking the dub. So week 2 versus the Raiders. I'm taking the Bills. I mean, there's no ifs or buts. You know how it is when it's home field event. When you got home field, there's just something about Buffalo. There's something about saying a new era. There's something about Highmark Stadium. You saw me. I almost caught myself. There's something about Highmark Stadium that just on week 1 is just nuts. It's nasty. It's not a place that I recommend for your team to go and play. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we come out here and we absolutely give it to the Raiders. We give it to Josh McDaniels and Jimmy G. And although they got some great weapons on that defense, on the offense, it's just going to be too much. It's going to be too much. And the Bills, we take that one. Give us the W. Now we're 1-1. By the way, we got my man Rev in the chat. Rev says, "Hey man, they did draft that killer tight end, Michael Mary. Yes, they did. Darren Waller, they replaced Darren Waller with him. You're right. So they also drafted Tyree Wilson to go along with Crosby. But I still think the Bills win. And like I said, I don't care who they got. There's something about when you go home, you're playing at home in front of the Bills Mafia, and all the festivities are happening. The weather is nice. It's just, and if we lost to the Jets the week prior, based on how I think this is going to play out, they're going to come out here and want to motivate and just crush the Raiders. Sorry, Raiders fans. You're going to get waxed. You're going to get waxed. Bills take that. We're 1-1. All right. Week 3. What do we got week 3? Let's move. I don't want to say graphics per se, but I got my things up. So week 3, Washington Commanders. We're at Washington Commanders. Here's the deal. Although I love the story, I love that Bieniemy is going to have his chance. I think the Commanders are a good squad. They really pushed last year to make. I think did they make the playoffs? Did they squeeze into it or did they make it? I don't think they made it. Anyway, uh, did they make the playoffs? I can't recall if they made the playoffs or not. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So what I'm trying to get to is that they got a young quarterback. They obviously didn't trust Tyler Heineke, so Tyler Heineke left. Carson Wentz, I don't know where the heck Carson Wentz is. I think they released him. I have no idea, but he ain't starting. And it's just one of those situations where it's just I think they're a young team that still needs to develop, and they're starting their Sam Howell is a good quarterback, but not good enough to go toe to toe with Josh Allen. So uh, the Bills at Washington, give me that dub. Give me that dub. So the Bills go 2-1. Now we've got some momentum. We got 2 wins under our belt. And here comes the week 4 matchup. Week 4 matchup. You know who it is. The Miami Dolphins. So the Miami Dolphins are coming home to Buffalo. This is a home game. You're coming to our turf. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek, you know what I'm saying? Gesicki's no longer on that squad anymore. They didn't address the tight end room, if I remember correctly, because I know Kevin was saying, man, we should have got a tight end. We didn't get the guy. So they didn't address the tight end room the way I thought they were going to. Maybe they got someone in free agency. I don't know that roster very well. However, you know the core weapons. You know who they are. Raheem Mostert. They got Devin Acne or Achney. I don't know how they pronounce his name, but they got that rookie running back that is a pretty much speed. And right now, the league is calling these guys the fastest offense in the league, the fastest team. And here's the deal. Not only do you have your Tyreek, you got your Waddle, and you've got your smooth running back. You got a good offensive coordinator in McDaniel. And here's the deal, man. At the end of the day, Tua is the X factor. And Tua, if healthy and is able to, fling the rock the way he does, we'll see how that plays out. But we play pretty well against Tua. Tua, it's not like he lights us up and he's stat padded. He doesn't do that. It's just his thing is efficient play calling and game manager. You got to manage the game well enough for Tua. His accuracy, he's got great ball movement. So, but if we can neutralize that, which I think we are a pretty good matchup against Miami, although that 34-31 win was a close one, too close for my liking, and it wasn't even freaking Tua quarterbacking. It was Skylar Thompson. Thank you for that, by the way. Money Mitch, you said A-Chain. A-Chain, okay, A-Chain. Or I-Chain, A-Chain. But anyway, appreciate that. But it's a tough one to really consider. You look at all the things that happened to us last year, all the things that happened to the Dolphins last year, especially with Tua. This is one of those situations. Week 4 is not too cold. We're at the end of September, early October. What is that? October 1st. That's October 1st. So right into October, which is a beautiful month. I think we take this one. I think the first matchup at home, we take it. Week 4, I'm saying versus the Finns. I like it. Are you guys with me so far? So right now we're on a 3-game win streak. We're on a 3-game win streak. We just took on the Dolphins. We won against the Dolphins at home. And then guess what? We head to London. Hip hip trio. We get to London. London. We're going to London against Sunshine. Now, this is the one I'm gonna let you guys pick. I will let you guys pick. Now, this is considered a home game, and we all know that's some bullshit. That ain't no damn home game. Is this considered a home game for us? I think I thought it was a home game. Oh, yeah, it's considered a home game. So first, the Jaguars in London. Hip hip. What do you got? I'm gonna let you guys choose. This is gonna be the chat choosing this one. You guys let me know if this a win? Is this a dub? If this is a dub, you guys let me know in the chat right now. All you got to do is put your dubs up. I mean, put your dubs up. Put your dubs up. Oh, Rev says it's an L. Rev is not feeling this one. Rev's like, nah, man, we on the road. We're going to London. Nah, fam, I don't like it. The way Sunshine and the band came through and took the charges and came back and they got ready and got going. I'm not ready for that. Now, here's the deal. The Jaguars are a scary team because they're extremely well coached by Doug Peterson. Let's not forget that. They've got an excellent quarterback that's gaining steam. Going into what is he? Going into his third year. Going into his third year, you got a team that is balanced in the run. They will run the football. They will balance it out. They got good receivers out there. Zay Jones is actually doing the damn thing out there. You got Zay Jones. You got Evan Ingram. You've got money that came from the Cardinals. They just gave him a boatload of money. Why am I talking ish? I can just go look it up. But yeah, man, they got a squad. They got a squad out there. So it ain't just gonna be a cakewalk because it's the Jaguars. The Jaguars are pretty good. So I'm not choosing this one. I'm gonna let y'all choose this one. So Rev already let us know he ain't feeling that. He says, nah, give us that L. We ain't taking that. My man Dave Coolidge is like, nah, fam. W. Collins. Roy Collins says, yo, we got the win. Give us the win. Wario says, give us the win. I'm going to take that. C. Rose is like, yo, definitely a win in London. Are you kidding me? We're going to London, bro. We're going to London, bro. We got to win this, fam. Fam, we're going to win this in London, fam. So you know what? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, listen, they got a good roster. Let me pull up what saying what the Jag roster is looking like because there ain't no joke, man. They got some guys in that squad. They got some goons in that squad, man. So you can't just sneak past the Jaguars and think you got this. Things are sweet. So let me just refresh my memory what the Jacksonville Jaguars got on their roster. So the Jaguars, the Jags. You guys ever drive a Jaguar before? Anybody own a Jaguar or ever drive a Jaguar? And Roy says, yo, Rev has no faith. No faith in this team, man. Well, guess what? Rev is not the only one that thinks we're going to lose this one. Yo, Big Time Bean says, yo, big fat L. Unfortunately, damn, he thinks it's going to be a big fat L. So, well, let's take a look at what we got with these Jaguars. Because I'm actually curious myself. So when I look at these Jaguars and see what they're working with, go to the draft real quick, right quick, and this is what we got. So, who did they bring onto the squad? So they brought in Anton Harrison in the first round, offensive tackle out of Oklahoma. And funny enough, that's who they traded with us. So they traded down. They traded down to pick up a 4-star recruit out of high school in Anton Harrison out of Oklahoma. And then they went back in and got Brenton Strange, a tight end, in the second round. And then they got Tank Bigsby. Ooh, Tank Bigsby, the RB out of Auburn. Okay, I remember this now. I remember I was like, ooh, they got a good one in Tank Bigsby. Ventrell Miller. They got Tyler Lacey, Yasir Abdullah, and then they got Antonio Johnson. Good pick. Antonio Johnson they got that pick from the Giants. So shout out to them. So yeah, they got some good ones, man. They got some good picks. So they had quite a few picks. Golly, jeez. So yeah, man. So in terms of what they brought in for rookie squad, that'll be favorable for them. That looks pretty good for them. You can't even front. And then when you go to what they already have on the squad, this is what I wanted to see here. So obviously you got Sunshine on the squad. The O line is stout. You know what I mean? Led by Brandon Sheriff. Good pickup. You got Evan Engram on the squad. You got Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, you got Travis Etienne, and then you got obviously Tank Bigsby coming through. Christian Kirk. That's who I wanted to see. Then you got Zay Jones, and yeah, man. So Jamal Agnew on that squad. Yeah, I mean they don't have anybody to write home about at the receiver spot, but they did enough against the Chargers to come back. You know what I'm saying? Down 3 scores. So unbelievable. Unbelievable. So to me, I'm gonna leave it up to you, man. So I'm looking at what it is, but it looks like y'all ain't really feeling the win. James says it's gonna be an L in London, unfortunately. Golly, that's an L. Terrence Blanton says, that's a win. I don't know what y'all talking about. 36-12. Rev, stop playing. Rev, stop playing, man. So I'm looking at W. Billy Williams says W. C. Rose says W. My man Steve Franchise says W. Give me that dub, son. Stop playing with me. And Grace says we got to win. Listen, guys, I don't want you guys to be, homers. This is not a homer channel. Don't be a homer. Be realistic in what you think is going to happen. But if you guys feel we're going to win, let's go. My man Eric says, nah, man, we're going to take that. We're going to eat that L. We're going to eat that L. So, you know what? I saw a good amount of dubs in here, but I saw some good L's in here. And just to make it fun, I'm going to say we lose this one. We lose this one to the Jags. We lose this one to the Jag. It wasn't unanimous. I thought it was going to be a unanimous W. But, you know what? They picked up Calvin Ridley. They did pick up Calvin Ridley. I'm looking at the depth chart. They didn't show Calvin Ridley on there. So, heck yeah, I forgot they picked up Calvin Ridley. So you got Zay Jones, Calvin Ridley, and you got Christian Kirk. And then you got Evan Engram. alongside, I'm saying Tank Bigsby. Ooh, you know what? I don't want to gas up the other squad, but they ain't no joke. We aren't a joke either. But I saw it was pretty even. So just to make it fun, I'm gonna say we lose to the Jaguars in week 5, right? So now we travel to London. We've had our trumpets and bangers and mash, and we did all we did all that good stuff. Um, so let's get back to the schedule. So after we play the Jaguars, guess what? Sunday night football, time, prime time football at we're the Giants are coming home to Buffalo. So they're coming home to Buffalo. Brian Dable and the boys are coming through, and now we get to figure out if Dable is gonna be one of those situations. Gonna be like, hey, young buck, the guy calling plays in the booth. Let me show you how it's done. Or does Dorsey say, "Thank you, Sensei, for showing me all that you've shown me. I threw that trash in the playbook in the trash. Now it's my year. I tried to do it your way the first year. I got 13 wins out of it, but people are on my case saying I don't know how to get creative. You know what? Now that I got my tight end, now that I got some protection for my guy Josh Allen on the line, let me show you what I got." So this is an intriguing game for me. So this is week 6 against the Giants. Is this a dub or is this an L? Talk to me. Is this a dub or an L? So here's the deal. Bills fan says, "Yo, that's a dub, man. Give me a dub. Give me a dub." My man Sam H says, "Yo, D Wall would be a problem if healthy." Darren Waller. Yeah, man. I mean, in this offense, we'll see, man. We'll see because don't forget, man. Brian Dable spent a lot of time being a tight end coach. Spent a lot of time being a tight end coach and next to the O line. So you know he's going to find a way and figure out a way to get Darren Waller open and do all those good things, right? So um, this is a big one. This is a big one, man. John Herring says in the weak NFC, the Giants barely made the playoffs last year. They're not that much better. They got Saquon Barkley. I mean, they got a squad out there. But here's what it comes down to at the end of the day. You know who their quarterback is, right? Exactly. So when I look at who they got at quarterback, I like what they have around. You mean they got Wandell Johnson? I think it's Wandell Robinson. Wandell Robinson. They got um, Chef Shepard. I think it's Shepard. I'm trying to remember everything on top of my head. Another team, right? They got Shepard out there. They got obviously our guy Isaiah Hodgins, and they got it. They brought in Jalen Hyatt, so they got a good little receiving core. They got a good little receiving core. Saquon Barkley's going to be running the rock. They got a good little receiving core. So I ain't gonna let them, you know what I'm saying, just let them slide and say they got the win over us. But I know who the quarterback is. And Mr. David, Mr. David, I'm not buying it, man. Listen, Danny Dimes can he can do all the running he wants because he's athletic. He can run, but not against us. I'm sorry. This ain't the NFC East. I'm sorry, buddy. This is the AFC East. You're not gonna do what you do. Everybody's already conditioned to take on Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? So you're not about to go and try to pull that on us. So Danny Dimes, not happening. So Daniel, Mr. Jones, no sir. So Giants lost. You're gonna lose this one. We got the dub right here. The Bills take on the Giants, and we're at home on top of that. Sorry, Mr. Dable. Love you. Loved you when you were at the Bills. You did such good things for us. You got Josh to where he is today, alongside Ken Dorsey. But I think this is where you're saying the young student tells the master, "I got this." And saying, "I'm taking over. This is my squad." Now, are they going to make it easy for us? Heck no, they're not. They're definitely not going to make it easy for us. But don't forget, we don't have Leslie Frazier. You're saying calling plays on defense. It's no slight to Leslie Frazier. Don't get me wrong. No slight. But we got a more aggressive style head coach in you know, saying McDermott. So it's actually going to be really cool to see McDermott's defense, his defense, go up against Gable's offense. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. But guess what? I'm taking my Bills. Give me the dub for the Bills. Let's go. Primetime football. And plus, on top of that, with primetime in Buffalo, heck nah, man. We ain't gonna let that shit happen. Let's roll, man. All right, next up, New England. I don't care how you want to slice this one. Slice it how you want to. Slice it with a dull knife. Slice it with a sharp knife. If you're a savage and you don't even use knives, pull the bread apart. I don't care how you want to deal with the loaf of bread. It's gonna get devoured one way or another. And the Bills are gonna devour the Patriots. It's just what it is. So I mean, there's really nothing much to talk about. And it's on the road in Foxborough. Like I give a damn. Give me the win versus the Patriots. Don't care who they are. Don't care. My pen's running out. I'm writing this down so I can use this as reference like I did last year. Ah, pencil. I got my pencil. I'm gonna use my pencil. The trusty pencil can never fail us. All right, we got a dub in New England. I mean, I don't know if we need to really even go any further. Are we on the same page here? Patriots, Bills at Foxborough. I mean, is it really gonna matter? I didn't think so. So give me that, and I'm gonna run with it. And let me see if Jason Millard is with me. Jason says, "Yo, who do you have more faith in? McDermott taking over the defense, or Dorsey creating more of an identity outside of Josh being Josh?" Well, that's a fantastic question. That's a fantastic question. I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is the best way I can try to answer this. I'll trust the guy that's got experience in this league. I'll trust the guy that is head coaching this team. I'll trust the guy that, you know what I'm saying, has brought trust back into this organization. Yes, Brandon Bean, you know what I'm saying, has put the roster together, but the guy leading these men is Sean McDermott. And there's no way I'm picking, you know what I'm saying, the Dorsey over McDermott because McDermott does this. This is what I do. This is what got me hired. You know what I'm saying? I have my defenses ready to roll. No disrespect on Ken Dorsey. If he gives us creativity, we'll take it. But if I'm going to trust one over the other, give me McDermott all day. And if I'm going to trust the Bills to get me a win when I need it, that's coming against the Patriots because the Patriots are just not that team. They won't be that team until they move some things around. They got to fire their GM. Their GM is not doing their team any services. Their head coach is fantastic, but their GM is not. You know what I'm saying? So fire the GM. The GM needs to resign, do something, and just go back to just coaching. Or I don't know if Belichick is just trying to sabotage, you know what I mean, this team going forward, but it's not going to be that way. He's too good. He's too good. He just needs to get the right pieces together. He just doesn't have it yet. Tom Brady masked a lot of the the failures that this team had. You haven't had a guy like Tom Brady to fall on. So it's not happening. Not happening, not ever. It's done. So, folks, Patriots, dub. Are you guys with me? I knew you guys would be. Let's roll. Next up, after the Patriots. So we're at the Patriots. We're on the road. We're on the road again, right? So now we go back home. Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? Baker Mayfield, we're going up against the freaking Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I don't care what anybody tells me. I have a lot of respect for Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield's nice. I think he's a solid player. I like Mike Evans. Mike Evans is dope. I just can't see Tampa coming to Buffalo and beating Buffalo. So week 8, home against the Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm taking the Bills, man. The Bills win this one. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. There's no way I can't see Baker Mayfield and the boys rolling up to Buffalo and saying, "Yeah, let me get that dub in Buffalo." Heck no. And on prime time, heck no. In Buffalo on top of that, heck no. I'm not giving that at all. No way, no how. Bills win and Bills might win big. I mean, the last time I remember the Bills playing the Bucks, we were getting waxed at the beginning. Tom Brady was leading the way until Josh Allen and the boys just clicked and we started putting something together, but it was just too little too late. Had we had more time, something could have happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like that movie Out of Time with Denzel, man. I wish you had more time. The Bills wish they had more time, but it just didn't happen. It didn't work out that way. So that being said, I like it. I like it a lot. My man Clinton Nick, what up, Clinton? Clinton says, "Yo, man, Rico, you know Bill is the GM too, right?" Well, I know. That's why I said he's got to resign. I said the GM's got to resign, but the head coach can stay because he can't do both. He can't do both. That's why I kind of gave you that face, right? Because him as a head coach is great, but he's gotta get mad at the head GM just not picking the right groceries for him. I mean, they're questionable. Good pieces. Now I think they did a much better job this draft that just came up. A much better draft. Christian Gonzalez falling to them at pick 17 was huge. I didn't really pay attention to who else they grabbed, but that was huge. That was huge. And by the way, shout out to my man, Bills fan. You know what it is, man. Great movie. Denzel's always gonna be the GOAT. That's what it is. Now, so we're now week 8, near the middle of the season. We've lost twice now. We lost one to the Jets, week 1, and we lost to the Jaguars in week 5 in London. In London, fam. All right, I had to say that. I got to say that every time, right? So we went to London. We got the brakes beat off of us. I don't know if we got the brakes beat off, but we're gonna probably lose that game. I think it's gonna be tight, but I think we lose that game. And that's based on the chat, by the way. The chat picked that one. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I think we redeemed ourselves, right? We went back at the Giants. We beat the Giants. We were at home against the Giants. Then we went on the road to beat the Patriots, and then we went back home to take on the Bucks, and we beat the Bucks. So right now we're looking pretty damn good. So who's next on the list? Oh, you got it. Big game, big game, big game. Bengals. Here's the deal. This one is a tough one. So we are on the road. On the road again. The Buffalo Bills are on the road again. Listen, they came to Buffalo and waxed us on our home field. Snow coming down, the elements that would suggest that the Bills would have the advantage, right? I think it's all BS in the first place. But now we have to go to Cincinnati. Oh boy, folks. Oh boy is correct. So I need to know before I give you guys my opinion on this game. How do you guys see this playing out? Keith, Keith, my man Keith Stewart is like, man, that might be an L, brother. That might be an L. I don't know if we got this one. I don't know if we got this one. So my man Connor Jim says, yo, that stadium is a curse. It just happens to be a tough. It might be emotional for some folks. Honestly, it would. It'll definitely be emotional for Mr. Nomi Damar Hamlin, and as it rightfully should be. It'll be emotional for him. But football's football. You gotta get right into it. So my man Rev says, yo, I have the Bills taking this one. Bills have this game circled. Well, unfortunately, I'm not giving the choice to you guys on this one. And although I'd love to pick the Bills to win this one, I think we lose this one. And I'm gonna tell you why we lose this one. Joe Burrow he's that dude. Josh Allen is also that dude. They're both excellent players. The big difference here, the Lou Larigamo, I think his last name is. I always screw that man's name up. They call him Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou is the defensive coordinator for the Cincinnati Bengals, and that man is he's an adjustment warrior. You know what I'm saying? He makes adjustments. He caters to his guys on the squad, and he has them in prime position. And he had our number. He had our number. We just could not find answers. We just could not find the answers. So to me, this game, we lose to the Bengals. We lose to the Bengals, but we have redemption later on. We have redemption later on. You know what I'm saying? So because now we are in a position where we have the Chiefs that we have to contend against always. We've lost them in the playoffs, but we tend to do well against them in the regular season. So if it's trending that way, give us the L in the regular season. Let me get that dub when we get to the playoff. I'm gonna take that. And so, but to me, Sweet Lou is the X factor. Now, a great point. Shout out to my man Bobby Commas. What's happening, bro? Great point brought up. My man Jimmy the Trumpster says Kincaid is the answer. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. And that's why this one is a tough one. This one is an absolute tough one because I love my Bills. I love my Bills. You guys know that. I mean, we all love our Bills. I'm not gonna say we all love our Bills. But sometimes you gotta keep it a buck with yourself. You gotta keep it a buck with what we got, and we gotta keep it a buck with how things transpired the last time we played. And I know, and it's tough to say because this is a what have you done for me lately type of league, but we gotta reference certain things. And the reference that we have are a quarter of football that I felt that they were dominating us and we weren't looking too great. They were moving the ball at will without any resistance. So you think that things are going to change. We've had time. Both teams have grown. We've done all the things we need to do, and then we get waxed. Whether you call that not prepared, I don't know what you want to call it, but we were not prepared. We got beat like it was a joke. You know what I'm saying? It was a joke. The guys came in and they just wanted us. And now it didn't help that everybody was picking the Bills to win this one because of all the stuff going on. And you know what I mean? And on top of the Bengals were like, yo, we didn't even get an opportunity to, what I'm saying, have a chance for a home field advantage. And I think the thing that pissed a lot of these Bengals fans off more so is how they were publicizing, although it was a normal thing to do, of selling tickets before game starts, but they were the they were selling tickets. The Bills website was selling, or the NFL website was selling tickets to Bills fans for the next game of playing against the Chiefs. And when that word got out and it started circulating, it pissed off the Bengals. Had they not even brought that up, maybe changes. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that played a factor. Because wouldn't that play a factor for you? You're ready to take on the team, and all of a sudden the NFL website's got the Bengals already selling. The tickets have been already sold out. The Bengals and Chiefs is gonna be really the Bengals and Chiefs. Y'all already selling tickets. Hold my beer. Let me show you what I mean by y'all shouldn't be holding your tickets. And I think that's what played a part in us getting our asses beat. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's rumors that Josh Allen was going through some issues, personal issues that had his head potentially not in the game. And because his head is not in the game, there's no semblance, there's no sense of like urgency. And you saw it. Everybody came out flat. So who knows? So is Kincaid gonna be the answer? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. We'll see how that plays out. I got a super chat coming in from my girl, Miss Linda West. What's up, Linda? Linda says, yo, Super Bowl for the Bills this year. Go Bills. Thanks, Rico. And thank you, Linda. Listen, man, wouldn't that be amazing for our Bills to go to Super Bowl? 'Cause that's what I'd love to have that. I would absolutely love to have that. Man, we just need that. We need that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it is what it is. Joshua Torres. What's up, Josh? Josh says, yo, listen, other podcasts out there been talking scared as Bills fans and Jets. Hold on. Other podcasts out there have been talking scared. As a Bills fan, the Jets and the Dolphins gave us all they had on Hurt Allen and half a defense. Sorry, the story is wrote Allen is going to break records this year. Joshua Torres. I've been known to be a little controversial here and there. Known to go against the grain, if you will, here and there. And the confidence that you exude, I love it. I love it. And as you should, as a Bills fan, you should exude all confidence. But I'm here to tell you, the Jets and the Dolphins do not care. They do not care about the confidence that we have in our guys. They are ready to come after us and whoop us. Why? Because we've been talking big shit as a fan base that we own the division. Ever since Tom Brady left, we got this. And now that they've made some significant moves, like, no, you don't got this. Especially because we split it. We split the season between the two. What are you talking about? And that's how they feel, and as they should. They should feel that way. Because if you go back to how things played out, The Jets, they played us extremely well the first time. Extremely well. We didn't have an answer. Josh was left without any passing touchdowns that game. None. Zero. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. Using his legs is great. Trust me. However you can get that win, you can get that win. But if they found a way to silence Josh Allen in the air, ooh, it's alarming. It's alarming. So you don't think they're going to double back on that and make sure? But he got hurt. He wasn't the same. Listen, I'm not going to deny that he didn't get hurt. I'm not. But what does your coach always tell you? Son, are you hurt or are you injured? You know what I'm saying? Are you hurt or are you injured? If you're hurt, dust it off and get back in there. Are you injured? Go to the sideline. He was hurt. So we still needed 17 out there. Was he 100%? No. But he was good enough to still play in that game. It's just what it is. Now, can we beat the Jets and sweep? That'll be answered at the end of our segment because we're still going in. Right now, I still have us losing to the Jets the first game. But man, oh man, if you think that these guys are just going to lay down, y'all got another thing coming. Y'all got another thing coming. I know we're getting healthy. We are definitely going to get healthy, but man, oh man, we'll see. We will see. It's going to be fun. My man Bobby Thomas, what's up? Bobby comes in and says, hey, Sam H., nothing you said makes any logical sense. He's the best punter in the NFL. You're clearly upset about something else. I don't know what Sam H. is talking about. I have a feeling it's about Ariza. Maybe not. I have no idea. But it doesn't matter because we're moving on. So, next game up. Next game on. Oh, you know what? Rev makes a great point, man. With Von Miller back too, it's going to be a different Bills team. Von Miller back with an injury. I don't know when he's going to come back. I mean, we saw it. We kept on, and I fell victim to this. When Trey White comes back, the league better watch out, right? Didn't we all? I mean, I'll use myself as example. When Trey White comes back, you better watch out. We gonna lock shit down. You got me looking like Kevin Hart. We're gonna lock shit down. Well, we didn't. We didn't lock shit down. You know what I'm saying? We struggled. You know what I'm saying? We had some struggles. We definitely had some struggles. So Von Miller coming back. Now it's a little different because someone like Von Miller and Trey White, they play 2 different positions. Having to backpedal, stop, go forward, twitch, go this way, lateral. It's a lot of stress on the old knees, on the old joint. For the defensive line, going forward. I mean, you don't necessarily have to cut back if you don't need to. I'm saying you can bull rush. There's so many little things that you can kind of preserve your knee. You don't have to do as much. With a cornerback, that receiver, you go where the receiver goes. They dictate. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different. It's a little different. However, I love that we may get we may get Von Miller back. And he's done it before. Yes, I know he's recovered. And if he's a super specimen, yo, bring that shit. Let's roll. Let us absolutely roll. So, Bengals, I say we lose this game. We lose to the Bengals. But guess what? We ain't losing to the Broncos, man. Let's ride into Monday Night Football prime time against Russell Wilson and the boys. Javonte Williams, I don't know when he's going to be returning. That'll be interesting. So Samaje Perine is going to be running the rock. What is it? Jerry Jersey is going to be back there doing his thing. They got some weapons. And is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough to beat the Bills? And I just don't think it's going to be enough. So give me home against the Broncos. I'm taking that. I'm taking that game. I don't want to hear anything about it. Give me the dub. Give me the dub. So we lose to the Bengals and we go home and go back home and play the Broncos and we beat the Broncos. Guess what? Guess what? Hey, did you guess what? Oh, the freaking listen. I've been trying to learn the knowledge of hockey, and my father-in-law is a
Leafs go. Go Leafs go.
my father-in-law's a big Leafs fan, and I'm trying to adapt the Leafs as my squad. You know what I'm saying? So next year I'm gonna try to take him to a Leafs game in Toronto so we can really do it up. And the Leafs were down 0-2, and they tied it.
Go Bills go. Go Bills go.
So they tied it. So is it 2-2 now? 2-2. These Leafs better freaking win this game. They're at home in Toronto. You better handle business against the Panthers, man. The Panthers just went through a gauntlet with the freaking Boston Bruins, and the Bruins blew it. Look at me talking hockey. But sports is sports. Y'all blew it, Boston. I hate Boston anyway, so good for them. They blew it against the Panthers. The Panthers are a good team, don't get me wrong. But the Toronto Maple Leafs come back and tie it up. They better not screw this up. Don't screw it up. Let's go and finish this thing off, man. Let's go. Anyway, back to football talk. NY Jets. Now, we're at home now against Aaron Rodgers and them boys. We're warmed up. We're a little warmed up now. We lost to you guys week 1. There's no way I'm losing to you twice. So guess what? Week 11, Bills beat the Jets. We beat the Jets. They're not coming in to beat us again. We take this dub. This is where the split happens. We split against the New York Jets. That's the way I look at it. We've kind of figured out, okay, what they did the first game. You may have, the last year they came to us and brought it to us. The second game, we had it. We got the win. But guess what? We're facing Mike White. So Mike White really ain't that dude. He really isn't that dude. So then we go into this year. Fast forward, we lose the home opener. I'm going to give them the edge because they're at home. It's week 1. It's all that good stuff. I'll give that dub. But we coming back and we taking that shit. We're going to take that dub. We figured some things out. We've made some tweaks. We've made some adjustments along the year. Some guys have come in and out of the lineup. Our guys are healthy. At this point, we should have Von Miller back. Let's roll. Give me the dub against the Jets. I'm taking that. Week 12. Who do we face week 12, folks? You guys remember? Oh, Shoogie Doogie now. This is not a primetime game, but it's a 4 o'clock game. A 4 o'clock game against the freaking Chiefs. Now, here's the deal. For those that work evening shift, for those that work night shift, this is also killer. And here's the worst part. These games, because I'm not on the East Coast anymore. I don't have Eastern time. I'm on Atlantic time. I'm an hour ahead of you guys. So this is a 5 o'clock game for me. When you work at midnight, 3-hour game, factor in 3-hour game, 3.5-hour game, you're looking at 8:30, 9 o'clock, right? And now I got to go live and do my thing and go straight to work. It's going to be a long ass day on those days, but it'll be well worth it if we win. So, Chiefs, I'm going to let the chat pick this one. Do we win against the Chiefs? Do we take this? By the way, my man Lego My Angle says, yo, please be polite and respectful. This is a family channel. Any obscene statements will be taken down in current and can result in you being timed out. Listen, if you don't want to listen to Lego My Ego, I suggest you should. I suggest you should. Now, here we go. We got the freaking Chiefs. I'm going to let the chat choose this one. Pick me, pick me, pick me. We already know what Pierre. Every time I do this with Pierre, it's always the same result. Give me that dub. Give me that win. We're going to win. We're going 17-0, baby. That's Pierre for you. There is no L. There is no room for L's. We taking dubs. And that's the way he feels. But the good thing about all this is Pierre's not the only one choosing. I need y'all to choose this. Now, here's the deal. We already know what it is when it comes to Pat Mahomes and the Buffalo Bills. And Pat Mahomes always comes through, always handles business. He knows, you already know what it is. Right? There's nothing really else to talk about. But here's the deal, though. They've added some pieces. We already know what we've added, right? Kincaid is going to be a very big difference maker. A very big difference maker. But the Chiefs made some moves, too. I'm just gonna make sure that I get these and make sure I get this correctly because I need to make sure I know all the moves that the transaction that the Chiefs have done this offseason. So here's the deal. So they didn't really add too many pieces. I'm just kind of looking, see what they did. So Frank Clark, they released Frank Clark, which is a big one, but he was also aging. So nothing too crazy when it comes to that. Let me look at their depth chart and see what they have for depth. and they're still working on their depth. So they're I'm gonna have to just go to another website and do that. But the Chiefs, you already know what it is. Travis Kelsey is going to be their dog. There's no question about that. Isaiah Pacheco going to his second year is going to be a dog. He's a hard runner. He runs hard. He don't stop. You feel me? So it's going to be quite nice to see how these guys mesh going into second year. Travis Kelsey's a year older, but you still know he gets busy. Um, so let me see what else they brought in. Because I know these guys always draft well. That's just what they do. The freaking Chiefs, they don't stop, man. Andy Reid always stay at adding folks to his team, man. So what they got, man, what they got. So let's look at what they got in terms of receivers. So Kadarius Toney, obviously they brought him last year from the Giants, so he's going to be doing some big things. Sky Moore, we're looking to kind of make a name for himself. He hasn't really done anything. They got Rice. They got Rasheed Rice, and they got him, and he's gonna be doing big things. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I saw a segment where they had a conversation between him and Pat Mahomes, and he's like, "Yo, we're gonna have a good year. We're gonna have a good year." So Rasheed Rice, they brought into the draft. They got obviously they brought in some other pieces on the squad as well. But fam, this is gonna be big, man. They got Wanya Morris on that squad. Woo, okay. I mean, listen, man. They got George Kalifdis is coming back for the second year. Chris Jones obviously is going to be a menace. You guys already know what time it is with Chris. Derek Nandi was a freaking beast last year. Good on him. Willie Gay. So they got a lot of returning players that are legit. A lot of returning players. So the Chiefs are the Chiefs, man. 1 year older. Travis is 1 year older, but you know what? That uh, that chemistry between those two is unparalleled. So it's gonna be fun, man. So I'll let you guys choose this one because I'm not choosing this one whatsoever, man. They have a young core on offense with a second year Sky Moore, Tony, MVS, and rookie Rasheed Rice. Exactly, man. So Rasheed Rice is going to be a nice factor for these guys on the offensive side of the ball. They also had an undrafted receiver last year. I'm trying to remember who it was. Receiver was it Justin Ross? Justin Ross if I remember correctly, Justin Ross from last year. So if he gets healthy, man, that's a steal that they had on that squad. So Bills Chiefs, y'all have to pick this one. You guys have to pick this one, and we're at Kingdom, the Kingdom itself. They're over there. So what do you got? My man Kingsman says, "Yo, Rico, I got here late, man. Are you factoring in these predictions off of Kincaid developments into that Kelsey matchup?" I'm factoring all of it. So that's why before I say who's got it, I want to see what the chat is saying because we pretty much, and you guys already know how this plays out. This is a copycat league. They see things that are working and they see positional needs that are lacking. I mean, let's just go right to it. If you look at when the Wildcat came out, the Dolphins were abusing teams with the Wildcat, and it took a while for us to kind of figure things out until teams started to figure things out. But before they did, other teams started doing the Wildcat. Let me get my guy to do Wildcat. But you got to draft the right piece, the right guy to do the Wildcat. So then, and things there's variations. So when you look at what Kelsey's been doing to the league, more specifically, what Kelsey's been doing to us, we had to find a way. Now, no disrespect, and I'm sure the Bills mean no disrespect to Mr. Dawson Knox, but Dawson Knox ain't competing with, I'm saying, with Travis Kelsey. Even when they send him to Travis Kelsey University, to tight end university, although there have been some really good improvements, just not that dude to compete with a guy like Travis Kelsey. He's just that guy. In comes Dalton Kincaid. Now we can match your ass. You got a quarterback, I got a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You have a young core of running backs, so do we. You got receivers, hold on now. Tight end, we never could match with you on tight end. But now we can match with you on tight end. And furthermore, by this time, like I said, Von Miller will return. And you saw the difference Von Miller made when we beat them last year. Von Miller was an X factor. So Von Miller coming back. You have some guys that are on the squad that are coming back. Big thing. Now, these are the Super Bowl champs. So they're going to be bringing it. So we're going to have every opportunity to bring this. And by this time, we're week 12. We're week 12 at this point. We have a bye week the week after. So we got to make sure we get this. So to me, give me that dub. That's just me. How do y'all feel? Are we taking the L here? Or are we taking a dub? I think that we match up well against Kansas City. We do. And it's gonna come down to really who makes the last play. And we've always needed that one guy to make that last play. And just I mean, it feels like a long time ago, but 2 years ago, that was Gabe Davis. Made the last play. We just couldn't finish. I mean, last year we came through and we got the dub because we had pressure on Mahomes, and Mahomes just could not get out of there. And we sealed the game with an interception from my man, Taron Johnson. Guess what? A lot of the guys on this team are returning. And when we go and face the freaking Chiefs, we know what's at stake. We're not playing games. Let's roll, man. So to me, give me that dub. Are you guys with me? Are we taking that dub? Is it a dub? Roy Collins like, nah, fam, we gotta take that L, bro. We losing that one. We are losing that one. Well, Yardi TV says, yo, Yardi Tov says, by the Chiefs game, Kincaid will be out of the McDermott rookie doghouse, ready to eat well hungry rough. Well, I think we're gonna have to, I think McDermott is gonna break the mold of rookies gotta sit. I think McDermott is going to now say, you know what, I can't be that guy. If these guys show they can play, they can play. I can't protect them anymore. There's no protection anymore. You got to get in there. Can you ball? Then let's go. Because if you look at the Chiefs play their young guys. The Chiefs play their rookies. Can you make it or can you not? And we're going to soon find out. And if you can't, if you're not doing well as I think you are, then guess what? You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to develop, and then we'll bring you back again and see if you've learned anything. But I can't sit here and let you practice all day. And I'm like, I don't like the way he's practicing. Some guys, when the bright lights are on, that's when they perform. Some guys, not everybody, but some guys. So it'll be fun to see. But to me, give me the dub against the Chiefs. I'm taking that one. Sam H says, yo, it's too late in the program to still have rookie doghouse. I agree, Rico. Yeah, I've been preaching that since last year. Stop with the whole nonsense of these guys that can play. If you can play, get on the field. Period. Stop it. Enough of that. We're done. So to me, I say we take that dub. Give me that dub. Give me that dub. Give me that dub. Now we got a bye week. We got to chill. We just got a big win against the Chiefs, just like last year, right? Didn't we face the Chiefs and then went on a bye, or was it the vice versa? And we beat the Chiefs and went on a bye week. So they set it up for us the same way. So Chiefs go on a bye. Guess what? We come back prime time. I can't even spell. I put P time. Prime time. I must have been doing it really quickly. So we are on prime time. So here's the deal with that. All right, let me fix that because I can't have that. You're going to go against the Chargers. Chargers is a big one. A big one. Because this is Christmas Day weekend. You're saying we're at LA. We're going across the, you know what I'm saying, the nation, across the country. And we're playing the Chargers. Powder blue, lightning bolt. How y'all feel about this? Is this one of those ones where you're like, you know what, man? Justin Herbert's nice, but I think we'll be able to handle Justin Herbert. But sometimes it's not just about Justin Herbert, it's about what they got on the defense side of the ball. Derwin James is nice. J.C. Jackson's going to be coming back and healthy. They're going to have a good squad, man. They're going to have a good squad. So it's let me just take a quick look to see what these Chargers are saying on that squad because I think it's important. Take a look at the depth chart for this Chargers team. So obviously you got Mike Williams coming through. They drafted Quentin Johnson, so it's like another Mike Williams, a tall body. You got Josh Palmer, the Canadian Joshua Palmer. You got Keenan Allen, the savvy vet. Yo, this is a good squad, man. That's a good little receiving crew. So O line is solid. You got Zion Johnson, Rashawn Slater, Corey Linsley, and that leads the way. You got Gerald Everett, older guy, but I mean he's still getting the job done. But then don't forget they got Donald Palmer Jr., rookie. So that'll be an interesting addition to the squad right now. So the Chargers are they stack, bro. They stack. And obviously you got Eckler, which is a running back that can hit the tackle, hit in between the tackle, can run outside, can catch the football very well. He's a weapon. He's just a straight weapon. And then this is where you go on the defensive side of the ball. You got Sebastian Joseph Day. You got Khalil Mack that's going to be returning. He's a little older, but Khalil Mack is still Khalil Mack. And you got Kenneth Jr. Murray. You got K9. You got Joey Bosa coming after you. You got Asante Samuels. You got Derwin Jake. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Yo, man, it's gonna be. Hey, this is something. This is something. So, let's get ready to rumble. This is gonna be a fight. This is gonna be a dog fight. Guess what? And we're on the road. Now, here is where an advantage can be had for us too. We've had a week of rest. It's late in the season. It's like a recharge, and let's get after it. So recharge to go after the Chargers. So how do you guys feel about this? How are you guys feeling about this? My man Sam H says, yo, Tua over Herbert. One game for the fate of the universe between those two. I want Tua. You are crack. Uh, I ain't taking that one. No way. To be fair, the Chargers, if they are healthy, by then they have Allen, Big Williams, and Rookie Johnson, plus Eckler, plus Palmer, and plus you got the rookie tight end in what's his name? The rookie tight end. What's his name? I just said his name not too long ago. Yeah, Donald Parham. That's a good squad, man. That's a good squad. That is a good squad. That one, I'm stuck on this one. Chargers it's a matchup. That's a weird matchup. Like we play all these other teams like the Chiefs. We know how to play these guys. You know what I'm saying? We know how to play, you know what I'm saying, the Bengals. We've done them and we've lost. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to adjust. But the Chargers, we haven't played them often. We haven't played them. I don't remember the last time we played the Chargers where it was like Justin Herbert if he did anything special, to be honest with you. So this one's a tough one. So I'm gonna defer to the chat on this one. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel on this one here? And my man James says, yo, I'm with Rev on this one. As usual, don't trust Staley. He doesn't trust Staley and his game managing execution. But guess what? In my short distance of memory, I remember when y'all was saying you don't trust you're saying head coach Sean McDermott because he makes questionable decisions. Now he's improved, but I remember he was in a position where like, man, this guy's making some poor decisions with this team. What are we doing? What are we doing? You guys know that. I'm just putting it out there. I got to look at it this way. You can't, and this is, you know what? And I'm gonna get at the end of it. I'm gonna get to it too, right? Because we talk about the faults of other teams, and they don't do this well, and they don't do that well, and this and that. But we always just absolve the Bills as if they have no issues as well. Last time I checked, McDermott makes some questionable decisions, and sometimes have cost us. So, you know what I'm saying? We can't just they, and we still pointing and pointing and pointing. And guess what? Mother effers. You know what I mean? What's the saying? The same amount of fingers pointing at you, the same amount of fingers pointing at the Bills. And I think that's my beef, and I argue with a lot of Bills fans, and I stand on my shield when I freaking argue because we have faults as well, right? And that's what I try to bring up. But it's always about this team, that team. Now, I don't want to get into Red. I'm just saying I love what Rev brought up because Staley has had some issues when it comes to, you know what I mean, game management and decision making. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't get over when he had the ability. I think it was at the Chargers. He had the ability to kick with Chargers Raiders. He had the ability to kick the field goal or do something or take the tie. And he didn't take the tie because it would have advanced them to the freaking playoffs. And he didn't. I was like, what? So it's those issues like that that kind of blow your mind. I don't think McDermott would ever do something like that. But those are the facts. You know what I'm saying? Some coaches young in that position will make some questionable things and they'll improve, just like McDermott did. But this one is a tough one. So I defer to the chat. Do the Bills on the road Christmas weekend beat the Chargers? Is this a W or is this an L? Talk to me. Let me know, and then we'll go over what our record will be at the end. What do you guys got? I'll let the chat ring through, and let's go. Staley, the Jags come back 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns. Yo, I could just hear Rev right now. 4 touchdowns, man. 4. Dang it. That's what happens, man. Y'all gonna be mad. But he's not right. He's not wrong, man. The Jaguars came all the way back. And that's why in the chat, I let y'all choose between the Jaguars and the Bills, and y'all chose, excuse me, the Jaguars and the Bills, and y'all chose the Jaguars. Just saying. So here we go. The Bills Mafia, he says there's a W. Give him the W right there. Bills with a W. What do you guys got? Did the Bills take this one? Talk to me now. Talk to me now. Because if I mean, I'm gonna just take the word of my man Bills Mafia Fs and say, yo, we win this one. But if you guys don't want to tell me none, let me know. My man Rev says, yo, Bills are getting that dub. I don't trust Staley. This is what we're gonna do. Roy Collins. I swear, Roy Collins, every time I pick up Roy Collins is giving us an L. is Roy Collins a Bills fan? I don't know what's going on, man. Roy be giving an L every one I choose. Let's go, man. My man Oiler Titan, what was that? Oiler Titan? Oiler Titan says, yo, Chargers are the ultimate teaser. Not a tough team mentally or physically. I can see that. But like I look at what we have in the matchups. I'm just looking at pure matchups, right? Kyer Elam going to his second year, and he's got length. So whether he matches up with Mike Williams or not, who knows? Keenan Allen is an excellent route runner. Maybe Trey White will take him on. And then I'm looking at Teron Johnson in the slot. I'm looking at Von Miller coming around the edge. I got the 2 best safeties in the game, a little older, of course. But you know what I'm saying? Who knows where they're at in terms of them coming off an injury? One was considering retirement. The other one had a long injury as a whole season. There's a whole lot of things right now. But Roy's like, what are you talking about? I only gave him 3 losses. I think it's because every time I picked you, there's been an L. So maybe it's just coincidence. But we'll see, man. So I entered the chat and all I'm getting is dubs. Bill's channel working out well. Ah, Pierre loves this, man. Pierre's all about that. So is this a dub or is it an L? Because right now I'm split. I see some dubs and I see Roy with the L, and I think I saw another L. But it looks like I see a lot of dubs in this one, man. So Al says, "Yo, man, Rico, I can't lie, man. I can't be realistic. We win every game. You know what? There are a lot of fans like that. They just don't care to look at the real. They just want to win everything. We'll win everything. But we got to keep it a buck, right? So you know what? Based on what because I'm letting you guys pick, and right now maybe my L looks big on the Rico's end. Maybe, Roy. Maybe. So here's the thing, man. The tiebreaker is going to go to the dub. You're right, Pierre. I'm going to give that to the dub. The Chargers lose to the Bills. We win that. All right, here we go. So that was week 14. We're going to go to week 15. So week 15. Who do we got week 15? Ooh-wee. So I got to make sure that I'm on my game here. So let me go my banner. So we faced the Chiefs. Now we got to take on the Patriots. Boy, oh boy. I mean, there's not much else for me to talk about, real. To be honest with you, I got nothing to say. Nothing to say. It's a dub. You know what I'm saying? And we are at the Patriots. There's no way because we were at the Patriots the first time, or were they home to us? No, we're versus the Patriots. Yeah. So the Patriots are at Buffalo. That's a win. That is a win. That's not even a question. We're not splitting anything with Patriots. Not one bit. Not one freaking bit. And so after that, guess what, folks? Week 16. Week 16. And that is a big one. It's the Dolphins. So this one is going to be flexed as a matter of what time it's going to be. Who knows what it's going to be? But this one here is the big one. This could be a game that decides if we go to the playoffs or not. This could be decides if we get the number 1 seed. There's so much riding on this one. So when I look at the record and when we played them the first time, I think I had us beating the Dolphins, right? Yep, we got the dub. We got the W early. So here's the question to y'all. Do we win this one or do we lose this one? Based on what I said earlier, I said that we will be week 16, we would be splitting with the Dolphins. So guess what, folks? Let me put my glasses on. We're gonna lose this one. This one we lose. Based on because I said we're gonna split with the Dolphins and we're gonna split with the Jets. So Dolphins win this one. And I hope, I mean, based on what it is here, it won't be because we don't make the playoffs. I think it might be because we just don't get the number 1 seed. So here's what it's gonna come down to. What is our record when it comes down to it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 wins? There's no way. Let me get that right. Yeah, did we only get 10? So how many L's do we get? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bam. That's 10 wins. That's 10 win, folks. Does that get us into the playoffs? Is 10 wins good enough? 'Cause I had us losing to the Jets, Jaguars, Bengals, and the Dolphins. That doesn't even seem my math is way off. I'm missing something here. I'm missing something here. Let me see what we got here. Let me see what we got. So, you know what? I missed the Eagles. I didn't know we do play the Eagles. I missed 2 damn games. How did I skip those 2 games, man? That's why. Last 2. And we'll figure that part out because I missed that. And you guys didn't even get me on that. So, Eagles is a 5 o'clock game, and we got the Dallas Cowboys. And that's another 5 o'clock game. Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott. Eagles stacked defensively, especially on the line. How y'all feel about that one? The Eagles, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. And for the longest time, they were killing. I mean, I won't say the killing teams, but they had the best record in the game. They were doing it, man, to the point where people were considering that these guys might go undefeated. Do we match up well against the Eagles? I'm gonna tell you this, right? AJ Brown is a problem. He is an absolute problem. He's given us fits, heavy fits. But are you confident that we can take on the Eagles? We match up well against the Eagles. A mobile Jalen Hurts, a very good thrower in Jalen Hurts. He fared very well in the playoffs. Somebody said Rico has no faith in the Bills. I don't have no faith in the Bills. We were picking together. I just missed a couple games, so we're about to pick right now. We're about to find out how y'all truly feel. So I'm gonna let y'all pick. Is it a win against the Eagles or is it a loss against the Eagles? Roy Collins says, "Yo, Eagles game last game before bye week, I believe." So I'm thinking the L. And the Eagles is right before the Chiefs. It's right before the Chiefs game. So it's after the Jets and right before the Chiefs one. That's a tough stretch right there. That's a very tough stretch. So I'm looking at a lot of these L's in here, boy. Somebody said, "Yo, it's a W on the end in the NFC." I don't know, man, because if you look at the NFC last year, how we did against the NFC teams, go take a look. I think the NFC South. Who did we play last year? I forgot it was what conference, but we played a conference and we lost nearly every damn game because of that. So we'll see. Yeah, man, Rico. You're scary. You're scary. Is it scary out here? Kinda. You look at who the hell we're playing, but they put us up against a good schedule. So who you guys got? Eagles, Bills. Tell me what you got. Let me take this down real quick because I forgot to put the Eagles and the Cowboys up. Shame on me. Are we to me, I think we match well against the Cowboys. Give me the dub against the Cowboys. I don't trust Dak. I think Dak is solid. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think he's gonna be that dude for us. He's not gonna be that guy. Eagles, on the other hand, it's a tough one. Eagles is a tough one, man. Eagles is a tough one. What y'all got? Bills in an upset? I think the Bills take the Eagles. The Cowboys for sure. We took on the Commanders. We beat the Commanders. We took on the Giants. We beat the Giants. I think we beat the Cowboys, but I think we lose to the Eagles. I'm gonna go with that. A loss to the Eagles, but a win in Dallas. So let me tally it up again. I mean, really, that gives us 12 wins, 11 wins. There it is, folks. Vegas has us as 10.5 as the over under, and we pretty much made it to that point. We got 11 wins. So let me recap what we got. So we got a loss to the Giants. Excuse me, a loss to the Jets in week 1. We win against the Raiders. We win against Washington. We take the first matchup against the Dolphins. We lose in London. We lose in London when it comes to the Jaguars. We go back and we take on the Giants and we beat the Giants. We beat the Patriots. And we beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We lose to the Bengals. We beat the Broncos. We're getting there now, boys. We're getting there now. We beat the freaking Jets, split it. We take on the Chargers and we beat the Chargers. I'll let y'all choose that one. Beat the Patriots and we beat the Cowboys. How y'all feel? Confident? You feel good? It's gonna be a gauntlet of listen, all these are for fun. I mean, shoot, we are in May. We predicting and taking these in May. So we gonna see how this plays out. But I mean, listen, y'all went through this with me. I get excited for these things, man. I don't care what anyone says. I get excited as hell for these things, man. So that's the deal, folks. That is the deal. There it is. It's gonna be fun. So our L's this year are gonna come. We're gonna obviously split with the Jets. So there's a one to the Jets. The Dolphins one. We're gonna split with the Dolphins. I just see we splitting because of the way they played us last year. I think we split, and we go from there. See, somebody so visible says, "Yeah, so are we 5-1 in the division?" I think we go. I think we go 3-2, man. The two losses that we're gonna go is gonna be one to the Dolphins, obviously, and one to the Jets. That week 17 game against the Dolphins that's the one that's gonna be like they're obviously gonna flex that one. So we're gonna see what it is, man. And you know what, Brew Crew Fishing, you pretty much nailed it, man. We lose to the usual suspects. We lose to the usual suspects, man. That's what it's gonna come down to it. The one that's kind of questionable is the Jaguars. That's like that one's a tough one. That's like, who knows? But yeah, man, that's what it's gonna be, man. So we go 4-2 in our division. Trying to get my pen working. So 4-2 in the division, kind of like last year. And then our external losses are to the Jags, Bengals, and Eagles. And then that Dolphins, obviously, we're gonna split that one, so that they're gonna win that last one. Yeah, man, that's what it comes down to, folks. Now we will see how this plays out because I'm gonna use this as a reference, obviously. So every time we going up against this, I'm like, yo, how did we pick against these? Okay, we won. Okay, or we lost. Or how did we lose this one? So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So, folks, this is all for fun. This is all for fun. Oh, the Knicks lost? Oh, the Knicks. The Knicks. Did the Knicks lose for real? I mean, valiant effort. Valiant effort. A valiant effort for the Knicks. They tried it. My Lakers, I'm about to go watch my Lakers. My Lakers are up 18-7. That's the way it's supposed to be. We'll take that. The Heat take down the Knicks. KD's bum ass. He's one of my least favorite NBA players of all time. There's guys that just I'm not a fan of. KD is one of them. Respect his game, you know what I'm saying? But that's as far as it goes, man. He's like one of those fake tough guys. If you remember him when he's with the Seattle Sonics, the nicest kid ever, man. Just super nice. My mom, he goes to OKC, my mom, you're the best MVP. And then he turned into like a heel, like a villain. I was like, ugh. So when you see stuff like this, I'm like, good for your ass, man. You went to the freaking Golden State Warriors, got yourself, you know what I'm saying? You got yourself some bling. I hear that. And now look at you. You went to Phoenix and they said, nah, fam. Joker was like, yo, take that. Let me send you that, man. Let me take that. So now Lakers just gotta take care of the Warriors and we good, baby. And we good. But the Knicks, I wanted the Knicks to do some good things, man. But Jimmy Butler is just too much. Jimmy Butler is just that dude. Jimmy is that dude, man. What did Jimmy do today? Jimmy came to and did big things or what? I yo, I yo, look at that. Good on Miami, man. Good on Miami. Boy put in 48, 41 minutes today. Good team effort. Anyway, that's the way it's gonna shake out today, folks. Much love, much appreciation, you guys. Um, my man said, "Yo, Eagles? You mean the Philly Bulldogs? Yeah, I know. That's exactly what it is, man. Or you want to call them the Georgia Eagles, whatever you guys want to call them, is what it is, man. So, folks, that is the end of the show. I appreciate it. I obviously I went much longer than I wanted to go, but I think this was necessary. I think it was good to just touch on this this whole season. It's gonna be interesting, man. Everybody, if everybody can stay healthy, you know how lovely that would be. If we can actually stay healthy and we play to our potential with everyone there, would be a tough team to beat, a very tough team to beat. But everybody's improved. A lot of people, especially in the AFC, have improved. Man, the Ravens improved just with the additions on the offensive side alone. They've gotten better. They've even, I mean, they always draft well as well, so they got better on the draft as well. So good on them, man. It's gonna be fun, man. My man Rev says, "Yo, if the Bills don't get the number one seed, what's the real difference between the 2 and the 7? Home game isn't much of an advantage in January. I'd rather the Bills have to go on the road in good weather or snowstorm." Let me tell you something, Rev. That was the very conversation that was being had when we were vying for that number one spot. When we were vying for that number one spot, it was all about, oh, hold on now. I heard it might be snowing that game. Oof, I don't really like that. This is going to be a problem because when you have those ugly elements of these games, you need, say it with me, folks, a run game. But when you don't have a run game in these nasty, nasty weather, you ain't going to do anything. So when you go back to the Bengals game and you saw how ugly it was getting, guess who had one of the key, like, I mean, who was a key player in that game? Mixon. Mixon was running hard body on us, man. And we couldn't counter. So if we're going to have home field advantage, you gotta have those bruiser backs that are ready to, you know what I mean, take the load and go from there, man. But that's a whole different ball game. We're building a new stadium. It's not a dome. but we're gonna deal with it regardless, bro. Um, let's recap, man. Let's recap the show and let's sign out of here, man. So um, here's what it comes down to, folks. The Bills are gonna have their hands full, and rightfully so. That's just the way things are gonna play out. And it's gonna be nice to see McDermott back into his elements, calling plays. We're gonna see a different Josh Allen. Unfortunately for him, you know what I'm saying, on his personal side, not to get into all this stuff because the breakup allegedly. Um, but fam, he's gonna be a focused and dialed in player. So he's gonna be ready to roll. So that'll be fun to see a different business mean Josh Allen. Like, you know what I mean, he means business. He might be calling suckers out on the squad and be like, yo, get it together. Stop dropping footballs. Dalton, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Or Dawson, get, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping we get a more involved in Josh. That's not his style, but maybe we see a different man because you know what happens, man. Break up. You know what I'm saying? Things change. Things change. When your lady's not around you, you start kind of, all right, this is what it's gonna be like. Okay, so I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm dialed all the way in playing football. So that'll be a nice aspect to see. James Cook going into his second year. I'm hoping that we see some good things. The whole line is bolstered. The only thing that's gonna be a factor is who gets what. You know what I'm saying? Is Torrance gonna win that right guard spot and he's there, solidified? Is McGovern gonna win that left guard spot? What about Ryan Bates? Does Ryan Bates got something to say about it? The battle going down. Before Von Miller returns, who's gonna step up? Who's gonna step up? Ed Oliver? Do we see a big jump from Ed Oliver? Does Greg Rousseau take that jump? What about Boogie Basham? Boogie is in a unique position, man. Ain't nobody really talking about Boogie. So Boogie might be able to come in and say, hey, don't forget about me. I put in work this offseason. There's a lot of factors to look into. That's why camp is gonna be fun. Train camp is gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be awesome. So we'll see. My man Rev said, yo, he got too comfortable. He got way too comfortable. You know, sometimes it happens, man. When you're madly in love, you know what I'm saying? You doing what you do, you know what I'm saying? You comfortable. Now you gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And maybe that might be the best Josh Allen that we get for this team. We'll see. We will see. My man Brew Crew Fishy says, yo, if we fail to win the chip, what will be the number one reason? Offense, defense, receiver, running back? Yo, Brew, we won't know that until we get there. It really won't be the case because we might lose off some dumb stuff, or we might win the whole damn thing, and it's not even going to matter whether we finish first seed, second seed, or whatever the case is. Just got to get them dubs, man. Stack them W's and get from there. So looks like, folks, we're gonna finish the season the way we anticipated that we would. All right, with a 13 win season, and we go from there. Did I say it's 13 or 12 win? Either way, we're gonna be contending for sure. Do we win the division? And that's what it's gonna come down to. I think we do win the division. I think we take that top spot. And although we will split and we will do some things against opponents outside of our division, I think we win. We get that division. We don't sweep it. I don't think we sweep it. I think the division is too tight and too good for us to sit there and sweep it like we've swept it in the past. I think they've caught up to us, and I think they're going to challenge us. But I think we're going to have the edge. And poor Patriots, you're just gonna keep getting noogies. The Jets are gonna give you a noogie. The Dolphins are gonna give you a noogie, and I mean we stay give you noogies. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's gonna give us the edge in the East. I'm sorry to say, but that's just what it's gonna be. That's just what it's gonna be. So hey, it is what it is. My man Rev says, yo, Bill's not winning the division, man, at 11-6. 11-6 won't cut it. It's gonna be too tough for that. Then you're gonna come down to points, all that stuff. Now you're not doing that. You got to get 12. 12, you need at least 12 to win that division. Too tight. Too good, it's too tight. Too good, too tight, just can't do it. I mean, so uh, that's the way we look at it, folks. So that's it for me, folks. I think 12 might get the win in the East. 12 wins should do the trick. Let me 12 wins might do the trick. If we get to 13, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? But 11, that's tight. That's tight. And if let's just say we don't win the division. We don't win the division and we finish with 11, 10 wins for whatever reason. We don't want to get there because the AFC is too tough. The AFC is way too tough. So handle your business by winning the division. So that way you don't have to hear about anything. Oh, we need that team to lose and that team to win. If we did, we don't want you to get into that trash. Win your 12 to 13 games. Shit, if you want to win all 16, 17 games, by all means. But at the end of the day, you gotta get the 12 wins. 11 is cutting it too tight. 12 wins is what you need. Period. Point blank. That's it. So that's what we're hoping for. So let's reference back to this list again, and we'll go from there. So, folks, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday evening. And we will definitely catch back up with y'all later. And until next time, folks, y'all have a good one. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday night. But my man Z-Bot will be back at it on Monday. And then we'll see you back on Tuesday. So mini camp is going on. Kincaid is doing what he does, and he's looking pretty good. And right now it's so early. There's really not much to really speak on. These guys are just kind of getting back in shape and doing what they do. So we'll let that play out. We shall let that play out. So, folks, enjoy yourself. Have yourself a great one. And we will catch you guys on the flip side. And be safe, be good, man. Until next time, it's your boy. And let's go. We get that tunes in here, boy. Damn. A lot of people keep asking me for this track. I found this on Instagram, and I looped it, and it was it. This guy was just freestyling. I was like, "Oh, that's dope," and I boom, popped it. So, anyways, have a good one. Catch you later, folks.